Yeah, nigga, fuck what you going through. No, I'm just fucking with you, man. You gotta be ready, man. Ready for everything. You know what I mean? Like, you feel me? Like, you gotta be ready for everything. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta be from a point of rest. You know what I mean? Into your next step. You know what I mean? Like, otherwise, you can slip and trip, and you can't be slipping and tripping out here. You know what I'm talking about? You gotta stomp. You dig? And every stomp got its own little concentrated force and what is called, magnificence as well as magnitude. You know what I'm saying? Magnitude, you know what I'm saying? It's drawing in the energy as it's exerting the energy. Magnitude, you understand me? As far as these big stomping you doing, you know what I mean? You're not tiptoeing, nigga. You're not skating on thin ice, nigga. You feel me? You stomping, nigga, on solid ground foundation, homie. Drawing in power as you exerting your power, my nigga. Fuck all that extra, oh yeah, while I can. What? Any one thing I do, it lasts, my nigga. Everything you do last. Everything you do last. Everything you do. Even if it's a one night stand, my nigga. Even when it is. You understand? It can be a quickie in an elevator, okay? That's a memory, nigga, that you gonna forget about. Right? It's gonna pop up out of nowhere at the wrong moment, at the right moment too, probably. You know? I mean, it just happens. It's all magnitude, though. You know what I mean? And it's like, yeah, you can focus all your energy on, being the type of nigga that happened for and to all the time, or even once or twice, or whenever it needs to happen. Or you can just be focused on staying true, and when it happened, and it's real. It's not just like some shit that you was making sure you was prepared for and shit. Like when it shouldn't take much to be in that mode. You know what I mean? That's the zone of a player. You feel me? Right? As far as focused breathing though, if you are able to do this, right? I'm saying if we on Instagram all day anyway, right? And it takes relationships. It takes being able to connect with people, right? Because, you know what I mean? We all are together, and that's the way the industries is working against us, or rather the industries is being turned against us, when they're really in place to accentuate and assist us towards whatever it is, the type of structure we are interested in, or that life brings to us, right? Because the 50% of it is where you take it, 50% of it is what brought you to it. 50% of it is what brought you to it. 50% is where you intend to take it, or where you are receptive enough to, you know what I mean, piece together the possibilities. You feel me? In your playerism. You feel me? So it's like, yeah, okay, no, I know where I'm at and what I'm doing. I don't know I don't necessarily know who knows where I'm at and what I'm doing. I do, but if I'm going to be sitting up thinking about that, that's a whole nother decision in itself. You feel me? I know, though, what's possible as far as who could know who I am and what I'm doing and where I'm at. And at this point, being that what I'm doing is just that magnificent, that is every and anybody. Does it matter? As far as, is it a danger? Is it a risk? No, I'm a risk taker, and I consciously take risks. Okay? Now, this information though, that you might be able to experience and be exposed to in response and relation to what I'm doing and where the fuck I'm at, is magnificent. As far as a minute for every year, that's good to do on a daily basis, because yes, you live through years, through minutes. Now these are encapsulated sequences, a practice, a exercise, okay? It is a regular program, okay? Now, this is a program, this box that we will be allowing the virtual reality to artificially inform us of, yes? As far as, as far as nature, you know what I'm saying? Which is, you know what I mean, what we are and where we come from, and also, you know what I mean, why we're here and what it is we doing. It's natural, it's nature. It also has a sequence. It is based on a particular program. Okay, its own program, right? It's even if you don't go by 60-second minutes, it's still, that's able to be done. That is now a structure, now systemizing of the already existing natural structure that relates to however it is you would like to redesign its communication, right? Now you can stop at the interpretation, at the translation, as far as the means of your manifestation. Or you can extend and allow your steps, or rather stomps, to be magnificently magnitudinous. How you take and make magnitude an adjective? Magnificent? Magnanimous? Magnititious? That's a question. Magnitude. You can allow your stomps to be magnitudous. To have magnitude. To have magnitude. Where they're drawing energy as they're exerting the energy. Is this making sense to you? Well, it also is making money to you, right? Because money's nothing but energy. Yes? Now, they've put a design on this energy. Yes. Aside from that, as far as the time spent, you know how long you've been alive, right? But for the most of that time that you've been alive, you've been following this schedule that has been directed, as well as relates to, and is consists of and based on, or rather relates most directly to its fucking arrangement in 60-second minutes. Now, this is how you crack it beyond even being able to explain it in whatever sort of technical, digital type of terms. But that's for another conversation with two people that's already mastered this and make sure they doing this on a daily basis, next to whatever else the fuck they doing every day. Right? And not for somebody to be able to say, see, he's serious. I'm serious, nigga. I'm serious enough to joke around with your dumb ass. As far as that sequence, though, you can go by the clock for now, but that's just where you start at. Just where you start at. When it comes to the art of it, though, you dig, that's free. The science and art, it's two different industries. It's two different sides of the same information. The same intelligence, yes? Okay? It takes technique, which takes the knowledge of particular processes in order to create art, but it also takes imagination as well as inspiration and vision that is undirected, or rather undesignated, in order to make art. Okay? In order to be artful. When you charge your breathing daily, is it something I do? Yes. Is it something I do how I would prefer to do? No. Is it something that I'm working towards being, putting myself in a better position to do more completely? That goes without saying. It's beyond obvious to anyone. But if you want to front, then that's expected, because of course, I mean, if you were spending your time doing what it is you feel like you got time to make sure if I'm doing or not, then one man would be focused on peace and changes would be being made, even without anybody enforcing any sort of, you know what I mean, regulate or regiment, or enforcing any sort of stringent, what is called his will on another person's will. It's because you can enforce, force is force, power is power, right? And it's like, right, you can enable without fucking forcing. You feel me? Like, and that's the way you do it. And I'm only saying it to you because it's too perfect is what it is. You know, it's not too perfect in just the sense of the word too, but also double perfect. It's dual perfect. It's gonna take that man and woman. Dual perfect. It's gonna take that man and woman. You know what I'm saying? One man is enough in itself, but a woman also in union, in conjunction, is beyond enough. Right? You feel me? That's why I take 40 meals, my nigga, for one drop. For one drop. No, it take how many meals? Because 40 times 40, nigga, because it take 40 meals for one drop, then 40 drops. So 40 times 40 now, nigga, is 160. It takes 60. That's why I take 1,600 meals. But that one drop that you do not express.
I see that now, but I don't understand.
Okay? You understand? That's why. Okay? Now, as far as that's concerned, and you trying to capture that so you can study it, that's not finna happen. That's not happening. That's not happening. In no way, since form or fashion, cuz. Are you following me? Have some decency about yourself, cuz. It's already been generations and eons and millenniums, nigga, where you not enforcing that as a mandate, nigga. As mandatory, nigga. Because you can make a person sit in a room until they focus, breathe, bro. Not a room because you're going to want to have some sun, but bro, rehabilitation, let a nigga commit a crime, that should be perfect. Let alone not even have to commit a crime, but that be part of school, cuz. That's only 5 minutes. That's only 16 minutes. My nigga. That's if we going about 60 minutes, 60-second minutes. Shit, we might want to expand that to a 200-second minute, depending on, you know, what we're able to unlock as far as, you know, a more whole sort of sequence or whatever the fuck. I mean, I might be giving some shit away to you. But that's all I've been doing, giving shit away to you, cuz. It ain't because I need you to look at me. It's because you need to see what it is you would be able to see by my presenting what it is I'm presenting to you.
Maybe you haven't been looking in the right place.
Right? And so what is that?
You've been looking behind you.
Well, for one,
Try looking ahead.
a minute, whatever that a minute is, all right? Whatever a lifetime is, whatever a year is, all right? It's nothing but a relation and how those things relate, right? Okay? Whatever breath is, okay? Whatever oxygen is. Because oxygen was called something else by those that did this before it was called oxygen. And the sound designated to the very word itself, if spoken audibly at all, let alone communicated telepathically between conscious brains, did not sound like it we were referring to it as. In whatever English language you might be able to understand me saying it to you in. In whatever English language you might be able to understand me saying it to you in. Right? What's the significance of that? Well, shit, I mean, you don't know until you know, and you can't see until you do it. You don't know until you know, and you can't see until you do it. You can't see until you do it. Right? I've seen, I know. I mean, that's why I'm explaining it to you. But it's not for me to tell you for you. Just like it's not for you to fucking see if for me. Yeah, I mean, that's just one thing to do. That's one way to start. And that's one easy way to reverse things. Not necessarily easy. It's not easy at all. And that's the whole point. And that's one point in why I'm even saying what I'm saying. That's the challenge. That's the real challenge. It's not even, because you're going to meet opposition, because it's so off-centered. Every sort of fucking schedule, every fucking regimen, every circuit, every type of fucking circulation. What do you call it? Not program, but you know what I mean? Session, you know what I mean? Every fucking rotation is off center. Session, you know what I mean? Every fucking rotation is off center right now. Right? It's more or less every time. It's more or less every time. It's more or less every time. Even down to our breathing, like, which is why we even started to decay and pass away as like we are, like we were able to breathe. That's a whole other thing too. This is generation. You know what I mean? If we wasn't expelling all of those drops, nigga, how many drops is in a load? Nigga, how many meals is that? 16,000 meals, nigga, each drop, nigga. How many meals is that, nigga, in a load? It's too many. It's not never too many, because I mean, that's life. That's beautiful. That's the vast beauty. That's just one example and one fraction of a decimal of a fucking reference to an example of how you real talk. But imagine, you feel me? All what that really actually means, because there's a lot of sex we not having. It's a lot of sex that we're having that goes against the advancement, the ascension, you know what I mean, the opening, the evolution of the very function of what it is I'm referring to. Okay? When we talk about DNA, nigga. We get to talking about DNA. We get to talking about DNA and how that's not even in your blood until your heart put it in there. Where's it coming from? It's coming from light, literally. It's literally coming from light, out of the sunlight. It's where you get DNA from. It's from the sun. Okay? So this is what passed down into your next generation. Why? Because that's information. That is the information to key the link, as in this particular incarnation of your life, bro. Manifestation. Right now, right here in this moment, because all of infinity is an instance. And that's the connection to the time in itself, right? The sequences. Every sequence is now, that's why it's as difficult as it is. It's not necessarily that it's so difficult. It really isn't. It's something so simple could be so difficult, right? Even just with me, it's like, as far as like, I'm not waiting until I set shit up. It's just that other things apply to this. Other things outside, as well as within it, also are relevant to its fucking function, as well as fucking application. And you know what I mean? And it has to do with my family, it has to do with your family, it has to do with life itself, it has to do with fucking the ecology, it has to do with the economy. Okay? You feel me? It does. It just naturally does. And it's not like, it just does. And what's cold is like, to make that decision, I'm sitting here doing it. That's what I do. I'm not necessarily sitting here, I'm walking. When I walk, nigga, when I walk, I'm drawing energy, bro. Okay, I listen to my inner voice, my nigga. I find the river, my nigga. Okay? I listen to the waves, homie. I smell the mountain, bro. I smell, you feel me? The fucking clay, bro. You know what I'm saying? I watch the stars, my nigga. Okay? Am I special? No, nigga. I'm not special. This is nothing compared to what we deserve. Okay? And it's like, it can start somewhere very simple. We already are in the practice of taking time away from whatever it is we would be doing, aside from what we have to do. Because we gotta live right, but we don't have to be on this fucking device all day. Right? It's nice. It's dope. And it also applies, especially if you can do that too on top of it. And what's interesting is when you will be able to notice how much you're aware of, or actually even back attached to it, and why. You feel me? Because it's like, like I said, I think of a poem, I write it on my notes. It's right now. And that's all you need is the moment, bro, because that moment can be extended, especially when you take the time within yourself. Say, for instance, you make it to where now you took a deep breath and another one and a deep exhale. What's going to end up happening is you're going to start to now recognize the feeling of you. Recognize the feeling of you. Right? And it's not going to take you consciously focusing on it or making sure that you take the time out to remember it. It's going to take you doing it. It's the only way you're going to get back to it and stay in it, and it become a part of you as much as you deserve for it to be a part of you, as it already is a part of you that you've been taking, that you've already been, that this new you, this half you, this diluted you has been stolen from. Okay? Now, you're going to know, you're going to be able to feel it. You're going to be able to feel yourself. Aside from whatever else going on, whatever, nigga might want to say, and they might be able to capture you on camera or whatever, fuck, yeah, okay, yeah. Niggas have been many moments, nigga, you didn't get on camera, trust me. And if you had that on camera, then you wouldn't be trying to tape me doing shit. You'd be trying to tape yourself doing what the fuck you caught me on camera doing, nigga. You wouldn't be trying to catch yourself on camera doing it, because you would realize you probably shouldn't be trying to catch niggas on camera doing shit, because that's lame. But whatever, you can still breathe. You feel me? Ain't nothing stop you from breathing, and that's what's dope. You know what I mean? Like, even with me, like, even if with me it not being as ideal as I want, I know me. I'm doing what I'm doing, bro. I'm in my mode, bro. Ain't nothing you finna be able to say to me. You better not say nothing to me about me, to be honest. Simple as that. As far as what can work for you and what I would like to do together, once you get it on the tip, you're able to do this in a nice, propensity and in a proper little balanced sort of natural way, then you're gonna surpass whatever level that we will be able to commune on. Because it's not something I'm doing every day. Right, at the moment. You feel me? And how am I able to speak on it? Because I already got to the point to where you will get to. And that's something we can commune about once you get there. And it's not that we can't commune about it, it's just I don't want to be sitting up talking to you about some shit that we can be doing together. And then after, if we got time to talk about it, then we might as well just go do the shit together. Even if you're not a woman and we happen to be two men fucking sitting there meditating like two fucking dorks. Without the two other broads with us at the same time. But that's just the world we in. Shit, you know what I'm saying? I ain't picky. It's gonna reveal what your true motive is if it's not really to just really center yourself, nigga. If you just trying to be seen, so you can say that, oh, you know what I'm saying? I like guys or some shit, or you want to try to, eventually break me down to where it's like, oh, you around me and shit, like. Yeah, you feel me? I got my eyes closed, you got your eyes open. Then hey man, shit, I'm already not doing my shit every day, you feel me? And by the time I get there is what I'm saying, I'm gonna have 70 fucking priestesses with me, cuz. That's just where I see myself. That's where I see myself, cuz. It's not like I'm waiting for that. At the same time, but at this rate, nigga. At this rate, like at the same time, like, you know what I mean? Like, ain't nothing keeping me from it, cuz. Except for the fact that I don't have no treadmill, my nigga. Yeah, no, I love running, nigga. me personally, bro, I'm running 30 minutes, nigga, in the morning and in the evening, nigga. Minimum, nigga. Minimum, homie. I just feel more like myself, nigga. I just feel like myself, homie. And saying that if you feel a way about that, well, damn, cuz, something so simple, cuz. You gonna let one man not be focused on his shit enough to where now I got to compromise my shit because you don't even want to see me with my heart beating how it need to be. When you already not thinking about the peace. And one realization, one complete realization of it spreads, brother. One complete realization of it spreads, brother. In all of the murky corners it needs to spread to. It's already happened. Even halfway almost, nigga. It's just that lovely. You know what I mean? And that's one thing I know also. I'm not really super anxious, and that's why I can fall back. And even in me explaining to you, this is over your head. You're not even understand. You're not even gonna understand what all of what it is I'm saying to you. You my nigga right now, okay? It's not to be understood. It's to be comprehended. It's to be absorbed and applied. Right? So as far as at the end of the day, you're gonna be on Facebook, Instagram, fucking whatever else, Pornhub, to keep it all the way 4,000 with you, nigga. You probably spend an hour on Pornhub, nigga. Every hour. You know what I'm saying? Wasting them 40 minutes, 1,600 meals, nigga. And that's per drop, my G. That's per drop. Every hour. Well, it don't take but 1 hour, man. You ain't living in this shit, and you ain't living to 100 unless you do this every day, nigga, for 100 days, 400 minutes, nigga. Right? And that's it. Starting once you realize that you should do it and make the time to do it every day after living already half your life or up until adulthood, cuz. But if you not 12 listening to this, doing this 12 minutes a day, player pimp. Right? So yeah, as far as like at the end of the day or whatever, because a day is a day, right? And a night is a night, nigga, they there for a reason, family. It's like it is for a reason. It ain't for you to try to beat another nigga just so you feel better about not doing what it is that you're here to do. Okay? Me, how do I feel? I don't necessarily have feelings, my nigga. What did I just tell you though, cuz? What do I keep telling you? What else am I telling you, cuz? Every time. How did I come to the realization? Well, I'm not lying to myself for one. Okay? I may be wrong about what it is that I think, but that's why I stay active and I stay doing what it is that I realize, and I follow through on my ideas. You know what I mean? Even if I don't have no dry erase board or enough, or can go extract cash, so I have to get a new binder that hopefully nobody steal from me, cuz. Right? So that I can organize my thoughts and be able to reference, okay, all right, so look. It take however many minutes to digest food. Okay, and so now, the blood go where first? And now I need to eat this to do what? Well, after I get done running on a treadmill, I need to have this particular, and then what kind of stone do I need? Because based on the day I was born, I need to have this stone next to what part of my body while I'm doing all this? Damn, that's a lot to keep up with. Let me put it in this important book right here, cuz. Damn, I ain't got that book. Damn, let me make this money first real quick and shit, bro. I gotta worry about not having a pencil and shit, like, or a dry erase board or a projector, so as to, you have many screens running on this whole little situation, little circuit. I've been blessed with being able to, you know what I'm saying, put niggas up on and shit, like, you know what I'm saying? As far as like us being able to, be focused on, you know what I mean, focusing and shit, like, because at the end of the day, that's what's gonna have to happen anyway. Like, if you're not focused, it don't matter whatever type of power you've been able to manipulate. As far as manifestation, it's manifestation versus manipulation. It's manifestation versus manipulation. You know what I'm saying? Simple as that. And if it's not natural, then it's not going to last. It's not going to even be healthy. It's not. It's, you know what I'm saying? It's going to take away from you as opposed to give to you. It's going to take away from her, right? It's going to take away from her, and she's doing nothing but giving to you, right? You know what I'm saying? And that's reality. That's the real reality, right? And it's like, that's the balance, and we have that, but that can fuck around and work against us, and that's why the ego eating the snake. You know what I'm saying? That's why the ego eating the snake. Where else the fuck you see now? Where that coming at? That's new, right? As far as daily though, and at the end of the day, when you get done with your day and all what it is the fuck you gotta do to get where you're going, and you know what I'm saying, and you as a man and respectable fucking activities and shit, at the end of the day, I can guarantee you, my nigga, you finna have been, you know what I'm saying, browsing at least a minute for every year you done lived, at least, in the very least. Okay, and if not, then hey, I commend you, my nigga. That's fantastic. That's what I'm used to, cuz. That's the era I come from, cuz. That's the era I come from, to where you can't say that. You shouldn't be able to say that. And if you can say that, is all I'm saying, and that's why I'm saying what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying what I'm saying. If you can say that for every year you've lived, you spent a minute on social media, then stop now. Go breathe, because what's going to have to happen, and what will end up happening, is you're going to have to do it every day in order to start doing it right at all. Okay? And even if you don't do it every day, you're going to have to do it every week, every year. If you want to wait a whole year just to do it right the first time, one time, hey, shit, that's on you, whatever. Just make sure that you can't, whatever time you're on the social media, don't match or don't exceed you doing it at least once. Whatever that's a year, whatever that's a week or a month, whatever it is. Oh, you following me? This is from me to you, from my heart to yours, cuz. I'm the realest, rawest motherfucker imaginable, cuz. You don't understand about me, my nigga. But you don't need to understand about me. Just try to comprehend. As far as your sequences, as far as the cycle, as far as transformation. Yes, because we are here to generate, right? You know what I'm saying? You can regenerate. This body can regenerate itself, nigga. You feel me? This is just one mode. This is just one stage of a species, of a fucking human. Okay? And look, you talking about, let me show you? Yeah, I done showed you, good. If you need to see more shit, nigga, stop looking. Look within. That's what I've shown you. Right? That's the only way you're going to see. And that's reality. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to let you know right now. I done already broke it down. Broke it down. And it's not like, oh, people can walk around scared and now we can have conflicts. We already got conflicts. Niggas tripping over petty ass shit. You already not spending the time. Me? Yeah, no, man, don't worry about that. Don't worry about none of that, yo. Don't worry about none of that. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot going on right now, yo. You know what it is? I'm gonna go ahead and do it for everybody. I'm gonna go ahead and do it for all of us, so we can all be able to say we're doing it together. Whatever. I don't give a fuck. Whatever. It don't really matter to me. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, my nigga, I want to be able to have it be going how I want it to be going. So I might just wait. I don't know what I'm gonna do, to be honest. You know what I mean? It's not like I'm making excuses to not do it. Niggas wanna act like I'm choosing to not do the shit, like, oh shit, I ain't got the willpower to do it. You could never not eat, nigga, for more than 10 days, nigga. I did that shit without blinking, my nigga. Fuck wrong with you? Something wrong with you? Something wrong with you? Well, something wrong with you, huh? Well, okay. Fair enough. Something wrong with me too. But there's also many things right with us, man. There's so much right with you. Even the wrong is the medicine for somebody else. It's called homeostasis. Okay? That's another term, all right? It was derived from the same people, the alienists, who made sure ghosts exist and exactly what they are before even creating psychology or psychiatry or medicine, pharmaceuticals, that is, before any of them even had a name that was making sure of what a ghost is. As far as making sure and bending the elements in your favor, one place to start, one place to begin, one place to root yourself is know 7 generations of your moms, pops, and that's cool. If you want to magnetize your stunts, why not know your mom's pops moms and her pops and moms and both of their pops and moms 7 generations back? Now, if I sat and did the math on that, I'll come up with a number. Okay? Or I can let Shorty with the stretch marks figure that out for us. And she can tell us in between sessions. As long as she can remember, because I mean, you know, it's a lot to keep up with, you know what I'm saying? In the meantime, for now, and that's good. That's just good to do. That's another thing as far as centering yourself and rooting yourself. Don't get it fucked up. This is not no campaign, nigga. It's not no, you know what I mean? Self-help, quick fix type, you know what I mean? Type of, but it can be step by step, and that's one thing I was wanting to do, you know what I'm saying? As far as, you know, be able to spoon feed niggas step by step shit with a curriculum, especially when they could shut the schools down and shit. Like, yo, bro, like, okay, so, damn, what could we do every day? Like, that's good to know. Like, what are we gonna need to know in this field that is unavoidable to learn? Like, what are the structures? But people want to compete with the intelligence. You feel me? People want to compete with the consciousness, and that's not what it's for. That's not what it's for. It's to focus, and we connected anyway. And as it was cold, it's like through doing it, we can be able to open up them windows, right, and close them and clean them. Feel me? Yes, an hour, and know and call and say, even if with salah, even with praying, whatever, what sort of altar, whatever it is you're doing, whatever type of, you know what I'm saying, devotion you have, it's not gonna hurt you to acknowledge your ancestors, direct ancestors and relatives, right? Even if you don't say them out loud, right? Which, you know, why would you not say it? Maybe because that's a little bit far. That might seem a little weird, you know what I mean? Especially when you are faithful and committed and you're disciplined in your beliefs, and that's beautiful, my nigga. That's beautiful. You still saying a name there. You still saying somebody's name, bro, that lived on this earth. That's structure, nigga, of every religion. It's got it. They done made it to where it got to be a person on the earth that you saying the name of, cuz. But that's something else, whatever. You can still do whatever you want to do. Ain't nothing wrong with it. It's all positivity, right? It's all positivity, right? It's all positivity, right? It's all positivity, right? And I ain't never knocking no positivity, huh? It's all positivity, ain't it, huh? It's all positive, no? But shit, man, keep the positivity flowing. Here's some more obvious positivity for us, huh? To add to the positivity, because 2 pluses make another plus. Even 2 negatives make another plus. Even if you say it to yourself, that sound is already in your heart, man. It's making your blood. You know what I'm saying? It's just gonna help you connect to your breath just that much more. Me, I'm not saying this, you have to do it. I'm just suggesting an added effort, an added element, to be honest. And I can see it being dope. You know what I mean? And like, because you know, when you thinking and you clear your mind enough to where anything you can think of anything, you never know what might happen. Will you get possessed by a fucking entity? Yep, probably. Yeah, that'd be fun though, huh? Does that seem fun to me? Fucking, I mean, either that or social media. Yeah, fuck it. No, I'm just fucking with you. I'm not saying what's gonna happen. But you got to get there for anything to happen. You got to get to that moment. You got to get to that moment of clarity. And that moment of clarity should be extended. You should be learning to extend that moment of clarity. Right? You're giving yourself that time. You feel me? You're replacing that time with real time. Right? For that moment. And in that self, you're centering, you're now charging as you're exerting your energy, right? You're now able to magnify every empty moment, right? Towards you're now drawing the energy into the next moments to follow this particular session. And the more regular you are with it, the more charging you'll do, the more sort of inertia and momentum you'll be able to gain. Right? Because you're not even going to expend it all before the next time comes in the exact same sequence, or rather sort of rotation. Right? Because we're on this earth. Rotating. So by the time tomorrow comes, this same time, you're not going to expend the reversal of force and kinetic magnanimity, my G. You feel me? You're not going to expend the corrections that you've done even in your nervous system, cuz. Right? You're not. But even after the hour passed, after it's already been time, you're not, even another day can come, you're not going to expend it. You can do everything in your power. You're just going to be just that much further away from it, though, from putting yourself where you belong to be at. Or not blocking yourself from where you already are in your heart and soul and mind and spirit. Yes, the essence of you, the true essence of you, yes. Beyond whatever image there is to show whoever else, right? So, in doing it though, you're not, you know what I mean? I don't know, I'm not telling you what is going to happen or what won't happen, but you'll then recognize it. And then through doing it regularly, whether it's once a week, once a day, or once a month, I suggest daily, because of course, that's the way this planet is working. You got 2 times in every day, the night and the evening. But by the time it's morning again in a particular spot you is, that's a cycle. Regardless of how you want to count it. Right? One way to connect is these minutes that they done gave us for now. Okay? Now what you want to do is not talk about that shit, just do the shit. For you, not for nobody else, not for peace on earth. Through this though, and knowing yourself and learning yourself, you're going to say to yourself, what do I want? What am I doing? Who am I? What do I want? What am I doing? Who am I? And all these answers will be coming to you, even if it's taking thinking, or taking focus, taking considerations in order to articulate to yourself. Right? You allow yourself that time. You allow yourself that opening, that clarity. Because it's going to take you taking real breaths continuously. Right? Now, you can get to a point to where if you fuck up, you start over. You can do that if you want. If you have enough faith in yourself to be able to hold it. To hold that's, you know what I mean? That connection. I'm not saying hold your breath to where now it's like you controlling it so much, but you feel comfortable and you centered in that oneness, to where it's like, okay, you breathing now, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You living these breaths, nigga. For as long as you so shall choose, bro. And that's when, nigga, you know. That's when peace on earth, my nigga, is the least of the possibilities. Because once there's peace, then what is there? Then you start to build whatever it is that you know what I'm saying? Your vision and your image, your mind is. Right? And if that's something that you truly believe in, and that you have trust, that you have faith in, as far as like it being possible, that you see what you should ask for is what is real, what is the purpose of life, like, you know what I mean? Whatever it is that it manifests through you, through you, through through you and through what it is that you are meant to do. You know what I'm saying? And that in itself is going to bring to you questions you would have never thought to ask, yo. It's going to bring to you answers to questions that you would have never thought to ask. Okay? Right? That's destiny. That's destiny. Okay? Now you can distract yourself. You can convolute your feelings and your focus and your consciousness if you want. Just know that you're choosing to do that when you could just chill, literally. You could fall back for at least 50 minutes. You could fall back, my G, for at least 40 minutes. Even if the rest of your day is chaotic, even the rest of the day you loading bullets, dumping on niggas, yo. Hey, what time is it, my nigga? All right, no, yeah, hold on 1 second, man. I'm saying, hold on, I gotta duck low real quick, but shit, I'm about to go right over in this chamber over here, bro. Behind this cave, where there's a little hole in the top of the mountain, nigga, we get this sunlight, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, flail some fucking cover fire for me while I run over here one song. Put this timer on, my nigga, send me a little signal, cuz. At the end of my 42 minutes, cuz. And as soon as I come up, I can get back to winning this war, whatever the fuck. For now, because anything can change, especially while I'm up in this chamber. For now, I'm gonna make sure I got these bullets ready. They hollow tip, they acid tip. You feel me? 40 caliber, nigga. You know what I mean? And I got some grenades, nigga. And I got a cyanide pill in case I gotta take myself out in this motherfucking nigga. But I ain't thinking about that right now. I'm going to allow myself not to have to think about that for once today and tomorrow and the next day. For once today, hopefully, and tomorrow and the next. Pray about that though. I'm gonna pray while I'm meditating. Cause I ain't got time to pray while I'm killing. I mean, I got time to pray, but I'm praying too. You know what I mean? This is different than that. It's the same, but it's also like, you know what I mean? I can see it, like I can feel like the momentum of it, like I can touch it, I can taste it, I can actually hear it. I mean, I can feel it more and more, as long as I'm doing it right. And same thing with prayer. Same thing with prayer. Right? This right here though is physical. It's a physical thing too, and it's a key, it's a lock, it's a doorway to your mental, which is a doorway to your spiritual as well. You know, and you know, it's not nothing apart from whatever else you would be doing, is all I'm saying. And so it's really no excuse. Me, I'm not telling you why I don't do it. I'm just responding to what you might be able to, you know, fucking hear if you were to, you know what I mean, connect this message to the person that's saying it to it. I mean, well, I ain't never thought about looking at who telling me some shit that I found beneficial, what they look like and shit, or what they really do with their life. Either the truth got power in it or not. Like, if I do it and it don't work, then what the fuck is I'm worried about? Like, but I ain't trying to do it. I could just do what it is that I heard the nigga say, or not. Or not. Is bitches involved? There's always bitches involved with everything. So what's ain't nothing special? It's always going. Yeah, that's always a factor. Like it's always that. What's wrong with you? Anyway, yeah. I think I said about, you're going to start to do it, right? And you're going to be able to get to a point to where now every 1 of the minutes you're going to be on. Now what does happen is you're going to have to be in a safe, secure place. This is not something that's really so practical for the everyday sort of, you know, city metropolitan citizen. I mean, it really kind of is, but I'm talking about nature though. I'm not talking about in a room somewhere. I'm talking about with the sun, okay? In air, in peaceful setting, okay? Now, if you can find a place like that, you can go to a cliff and come back and it'll be all good somewhere. then that's fine. I've been to places though. I've been some places where that's not necessarily so possible. There's noise everywhere. You can drown it out. You can actually get to a point to where, but it's gonna be people watching you. Maybe they may not watch you because you're not me. But it's been my experience to where like I'll go and I can feel the thoughts. I'm an empath anyway. I'm already an empath, right? To where I can feel thoughts already, right? It's not like I'm nervous or I'm crazy. I just always been just in tune with myself that way. I mean, you've heard of empaths before. Yes, it's becoming more popular, like as if it's abnormal or as if it's special. And we are empaths, right? Right? You dig? Right? So I can feel, especially when somebody's thinking about me, especially when they're trying to say some shit about me in their mind, just to see me react, because they've been sitting there looking at me and they can see that I'm actually like doing it, not just so you can see me doing it, but they can't really put that in their mind. They can't see that in their mind because they can see me and they feel like, oh, because they can see me, I'm showing myself to them. Well, no, I'm trying to go somewhere where the sun is at. And wherever the sun is at, nigga, you can see it, fool. Right? And I'm not trying to, make a point about how life is not right unless you breathe. But brother, nigga, I'm not talking to you if that's not nothing that you want to hear. However, if you are really ready, then I'm gonna go ahead and reiterate it so that you can hear. Also, you can connect to the other things that I have written, or you might even heard me piece together rhythmically that also resonated with you, and connected some dots to some other things, the real shit that you've been through in your life. You know what I'm saying? And where you don't go pick up a 40 caliber fucking machine gun, nigga, like you can, because you're a real ass nigga ready to do what it take. When the true power is the absolute supreme peace. And how do we reach peace except for through war? It's through that work is how. It's still involving action. You understand? Right? So you'll get to a point, hopefully, if you can, then shit, stay with it because you're blessed. Be honest, many people, the average majority of the people, they're going to have difficulties setting aside the time and able to get in an area where, they can have the privacy to do this. But it's not impossible. I won't say the majority of the people. I mean, I would imagine, half the people already didn't even think to try to do it though, is a part. And those that do, then that's already not the full, that's already a percentage of the percentage that's able to. You understand? Are you following me? There's only so many people that can, and out of all the people that can, there's only so many people that will. That's the part, right? Right? So it's like, okay, once you start and once you get into it, what's going to happen is you're going to be able to stretch those minutes out. Every one of the minutes that you're doing it will be a full parts of when you are able to do it for the times you're trying to forget about what come to mind or try to, ignore the different things that pass to your mind. They say not necessarily ignore it, but just allow it, move on, keep your thoughts flowing to where the point towards now you're making sure that you're breathing in. They say you breathe in, hold it, breathe in 7 seconds, make a full breath. This is just how you can get to the point to where now you can, you can refer to exactly what it feels like to have a full breath and also collect your breathing, right? To where you breathe in 7 seconds. And you be strict about this, even though it's feeling good, right? You gotta save it. You gotta save that to where now it can go into, because one thing about it is if it feels too good exhaling, then that means your inhale is gonna be shorter, right? And if it feels too good inhaling, that means your exhale is gonna be shorter, right? And the 7 seconds is a good increment of time. It is a nice little number because that's enough time for a quick breath to expire, right? If you're not able to balance them and use them to where they're working off of each other, the exhale and the inhale, let alone the hold between both of those, then if you're not then you're not going to even be able to hold to breathe in 7 seconds or exhale just 7 seconds without giving out, my nigga. For real. I'm letting you know right now. Unless you connect them together and have them working off each other, then and that's how you can calibrate your breathing to where now you can just start to just breathe regularly. I mean, to be honest, when you get into it, you're gonna start doing mad fucking just crazy open breaths to where you taking in an inhale, nigga, probably 70 minutes. Nigga, you probably gonna be breathing in 70 minutes, nigga. And because what's cold is when you get to the point, and I'm just mixing it up right now, I might be getting a little bit too advanced for you. But what ends up happening is you start to breathe in and exhale, inhale and exhale simultaneously, bro. That's what ends up happening. That is actually the point, right? And what's cold is me. As I'm inhaling, I'm exhaling and inhaling at the same time to where I can once I get into my mode, past the whatever minutes, you know what I'm saying, that I actually am focused, if I'm focused within the full whatever minutes, whether it even be 3, 4, the first minute I'm focused, nigga, the first minute I'm on to where I can decide to stop after however many minutes, I can breathe in or out for as fucking long as I choose, nigga. You feel me? You know why? Because I'm breathing in and out at the same time in any breath that I'm taking. It's become a part of me. It's not even about that I know how to. It's just that also as you're doing this, you are peering into everything that is nothing. The nothing of everything and the everything of nothing. Right now, it's like you're saying to yourself, yes. But you're not really saying nothing to yourself, because really, to be honest, you're looking in the dark, right? But you see the spinning light far in the distance. And what happens is, as you get closer and you draw that light into yourself, you then are able to see without your eyes being open. But you're not looking at anything in particular, my nigga, right? So it's not like you need your eyes to see anyway. It's not even that you would need your eyes. It's just that there's nothing you're not able to see. So any one thing you would be looking at, you still would be looking at everything else too, right? And in seeing everything, now you are feeling everything. Now you are hearing everything, but being that everything is everywhere, and what it is we're hearing here on this earth is only just on this earth, it's not distracting to you. To where it's like, even in hearing everything, it's not like, oh, it's so loud or nothing. It's just that, okay, it's a vibration. Even the sound of it is not even so much of a tone or whatever, or tones. It's just the energy. You know what I mean? And it's not even so powerful as much as it is subtle. It just is, and you just are, and you done forgot about breathing in that point, bro. You know what I'm saying? What you decided already is already doing it on its own. You've imprinted that on the very intelligence of the light that's already in your body at that point, right? And how do you get there? Well, taking in deep breaths and filling them into your diaphragm, filling your diaphragm, and then just letting it out and just sitting there. And also, it's a sequence also of that, is a mixture of that, and also not being distracted by any one particular thing that you would think of. And then just letting it out and just sitting there, and also not being distracted by any one particular thing that you would think of, right? And in that, it's hard to explain until you experience it. you then are now, your thoughts are now just that much more. Your thoughts are now just that much more fucking inclusive, universal. You start to have universal thoughts to where it's not even, it's all thoughts. Any thought that you would have already includes the building of that thought. Like, for instance, that's what a thought is. It's to be built back to where it came from. Right? That's why you have ideas. It's not just so you can fucking talk to people and say some shit about something. Yeah. It's for you to connect from, you know what I mean, to where everything along the way that is away from where it needs to be and stuck where it is, that now brought that thought to you, cuz. You dig? As you climb with that thought, cuz, you taking whatever else made you think of it with you, cuz. With that thought at least, right? And then however you think about it, otherwise, unless you stop, unless you focus on it for the wrong reason, unless you focus on it for the wrong reason, then what are you going to do? You're going to add it now to the ocean of thoughts. You're going to be pouring it back into the ocean now, right? But in your pouring now, you're now keeping its ratio, its square root, it times itself, whatever it is. Say, for instance, it's an increment of 2, right? You know what I'm saying? Your homegirl, she going through something, or she needs to get laid or some shit, right? That's a 2, all right? You know what I'm saying? That's a 2, or fuck it, it's a 7, whatever. All right, you take the 7, yes, up with you and thinking about how, you know what I mean, it would be her being laid. And why she needs to be laid, and do she really need to get laid? And shit is, you know what I mean? Fucking who should be, you know what I mean? Where should she get laid? And could she make some money while she's getting laid? How do you know that she needs to get laid? Well, shit, she's a bitch. I mean, she's not a bitch. That's wrong. I just said that because niggas be trying to say that while they were away from y'all. Like they would ever say it to you. Because she's a fucking freak. She's a female. She's a girl. A woman. Like, and I said bitch because a woman is, just because you need to be laid as a woman don't mean that a woman is not just somebody that needs to be laid. A bitch. You can say that about a bitch, right? That's what we talk about bitches. We talk about fucking bitches, right? Exactly. That's why we say bitch. Because it's like, you know what I mean? A woman, yeah, she doesn't need to necessarily get laid. You feel me? It's like, okay, that's part of, you know, a man, you know, that's your lover, yes, of course. That's what you get freaky with or whatever the fuck, but it's like, you can't really say that about, it's not really, it's like a term. Anyway, she's a fucking girl, so she needs to get laid. I mean, all girls just want to fuck, that's all they want to do. So, but, you know, but how do you know? Why do you know that she, you know what I mean? So you guys say, how do you know? Why do you know she needs to get laid? Well, shit, she told you, why did she tell you? Somebody told you that she told them? Well, why did they tell you that she told them? And why did she tell them? You know what I'm saying? So those are the thoughts. That's just how you would take it back up, right? You know what I'm saying? But by the time you get there, right? And whatever it's still going to be 7 the whole time you're taking it there, because that's what you started with. That's what she gave you, was the 7, right? And you're taking that with you in your thoughts, and you ain't necessarily even consciously doing it, but it's going to come back around. As you rise in whatever other thoughts that you didn't think about all the way throughout the fucking your lifetime, or even that day, starting with that day, back through the week before that, to the years before that, back into every moment before that, for the first thoughts you had, right? On this particular session, this time, do the breathing. You take that 7 she gave you, right? You say, okay, well, shit, man, yeah, whatever else, the question you ask yourself, whatever it is, you know what I mean? Just don't stay stuck on it. Take it back up, right? You're going to make it there. If you make it there in your time, if it happened within the time, because sometimes it don't always happen. And it might happen tomorrow. It might happen the next day. You know what I mean? If you ain't later already yet. And even if you have, you're going to still remember the fact that how it led to you laying there, yes? Especially within the same time proximity, yes? I mean, if it's a year later, and fuck, you probably forgot about it by now. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, this is how you connect it, right? As far as just, you know, the distances, right? You take the 7 up, right? You pour the 7, that fucking little, the ounce of 7 little portion back. It was for you to take back up there, yeah? You pour that 7 in, yes? But as you pour that 7 in, you get in back what's 49, because 7 times 7 is what? 49. Oh, what's 7 times 7? 49, right? What's 7 times 7? Well, 7 times 10 is this is how you do multiplication. I don't know how to do multiplication. 10 times 10, then take away from what it is. You know what I'm saying? 10, so 7 from 10 would be 9, and that's what, 63. So 7 from 63, you get what? You get 50, what? 56, because 7 times 6 is 3, because 6 plus 6 is 12, so 6 plus 7 is 13. That's how I remember how to get, how to 6 and 7 is 13, or what time, or what plus or minus fucking 7 gives you a 3, and it gotta be a 6, because you know what I mean, if it was a 6 and a 6, it'd be a 2. You know what I'm saying? So now you at 63 from 70, and that's 9 at 63. So if we want to go at 8, that'll give us a 56, yeah? So I'm thinking 49 would be the next one down. So by the time you pouring that 7 back in and return it, you understand me, to where it belongs, you're gonna be getting 49 back. Even in returning that 7 she gave you, you're gonna be getting 49 back. You can give her one of them 49. You can share with her, because you're not giving it to her. Like I mean, it's already hers to begin with. But you can share whatever with, and it doesn't. And one thing about that is it doesn't dispense. It does not deplete once you share it with her. You understand? You can keep her fucking clamp. You can keep her clipped on that one, my nigga. You can allow her to stay safe on that 1 or 2 or 3 or the whole 49. You dig? But you got 49, all right? Because she gave you 7. But she gave you 49. She gave you 7 million. You dig? That's 7 million times 7 million. And if she's sitting there focused too, and what it is the fuck she telling you, cuz, and whatever the fuck reason she telling you that shit, nigga, it's gonna have that much more magnificence and magnitude to it, cuz. You understand me? So, you know what I mean? I'm gonna give her half, you feel me? We gonna share 24.5. You understand? We gonna share what? What's half of 49? 23? Yeah, 24.5. Man. She can get 24.6. She gonna get 24.7. Yeah, I'm nice. Call and response Q&A. Question and answer. New dimension. Essential aspects of life. Health. Action. Art. Family. Culture. Heritage. Breathing. Diet. Exercise. Rhythm. Motion. This is what scientists will consider a paradigm shift, the tipping point. We are on a sojourn, at the onset, the plummet, the zenith, horizon, meridian, on the outskirts of the very ridge, of the ledge, of the edge, faced with the arrival of evolution, forced and faced in human consciousness with an arrival of evolution, human consciousness, a reconstruction of awareness, the divine designation of this new dimension, a next dimension, another level of seeing, another level of being, being, thinking, living. The enhancing advancement of reality. Most probably believe in the possibility of many realities. Several conclusions. The applicability of the general individual may argue that reality is relative. That there very well exists everyone with their own truths. Zen enthusiasts might insist in the principle of a one universally natural and exclusively supreme and supremely absolute and absolutely true. But are the others saying that another ain't? How do these two relate? And where originates the dichotomy, bridging the debate. Today we explore. Life we explore. Evaluate. Examine. Investigate life. As we know it. Life as a whole. Life as a whole. This is the thing. This is the topic. This is the topic on the table. Here is something to ask yourself. Something we find. Here is something to ask ourselves. This is what I want you to answer. Call and response, question and answer. This is to consider what I want you to answer. This is what I want you to answer. To consider. To define. What is power? What is power? What is freedom? What is freedom? The two could go together. Maybe. They are maybe one and the same. Or one and the same in ways.